That's why I moved to horse heads. All right. Anyway, you know, when it comes to magicians, believing what we do, or sleight of hand, things like that, first of all, I'd like to do a little preface as to what magic really is. First of all, I practice things that are called prestidigitation, which is movement of fingers, okay? Sleight of hand, which is using your hands a little bit more than your fingers. Then there is deception, which is a big part of magic, because what one hand is doing, you're watching this hand, the other hand's doing something else. It's much like pickpocket, okay?
Or your wife.
Well, actually, you have to remember, pickpockets didn't start out as guys. They started out in New York City, and they were a fleet of about 10,000 young ladies between the ages of 11 and about 14 years old. That's who the original pickpockets were. Okay, they come and brush up against you. Next thing you know, your wallet's gone. You know, you're reaching in, you can't find anything. Sleight of hand, deception, manipulation, which is a really important part of magic. And then there is something called suspension of belief. And that's where we get into what I'm doing tonight, which is called believe. In a second, I'm going to attempt to read 3 minds in the audience. Now, most of you might not think, well, I can't do that. Well, that's not necessarily true. The difference between you and I is that I practice it, okay? And you might find out that there's usually something, I bet you do this all the time. You get those little premonitions. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you get those. How about you get those premonitions, you know? That's reading somebody's mind, okay? And if you practice a little bit at it, I mean, years and years of practice, who knows, you might be able to get as good as what I'm about to do. Maybe, okay? The only problem is I still can't read my children's minds, except when my daughters come up and say, all they have to do is hold their hand out, I know exactly what they want. All right, let me put that down. As I said, I'm going to attempt to read 3 minds in the audience using this chalkboard, a piece of chalk, and a deck of cards. And I thought we might use something a little bit different, because believing happens in many, many different ways. The last couple of weeks I was down in South Jersey. I was going to what's known as a healing circle. And I work with people who have had aneurysms, heart attacks, things like that, and try to get them back up to what we call a cognitive level, where they can think and react and live in life at least the quality that we would all hope to expect. Well, if you go to one of these meetings, they do all kinds of wonderful things at these meetings. And one of them is we like to take old spirit cards. And I thought, since we were up here where the Indian nations were, that I would bring out what are called the wolf song cards. And every human being has a different animal that is your guide throughout life, okay? And it might be your cat, okay? Your cat likes to rub up against you, you know? Okay? You got a smart cat? You don't like it? How about dogs? Dogs are pretty smart. A lot of them, I have a dog that's, for a cookie, will go, run, run, run. Okay? I've had him on YouTube. Okay? You know, yeah, he says, I love you. He actually says, I love you. I train him to do that, okay? Okay? Last time, no, I didn't give him a cookie. He said, rock you. Damn dog. Anyway, we all have spirit animals, and I'll tell you what, I'd like to pick on some folks that I haven't picked on yet. And I see somebody with a little curiosity in their eyes. What is your name here? Bob, you haven't played with me yet, have you? Okay. Now, Bobby, what I have here is a deck of cards. Come on up and join me, please. Okay. And what I'm going to do, as you can see, they're all just a little bit different. As you can see, there's different animals here, whether it's a, let's see, we've got a timber wolf, and over here we have what's that? A screech owl. And then over here we have a jaguar. Okay, so there's all kinds of different animals. Let's find out what your spirit animal is. I'm just going to make a cut just like so. I just want you to say the word stop. Just put a riffle through. Just say the word stop. Okay, did you choose that place for any particular reason? Okay, just take that card, please, and take it back to the seat. Thank you very much. Okay, and as I said, these are all different, as you can see here. Just a little bit different. Okay, just wanted to give her a free choice in there. Much the way a tarot card is, or an archangel card. There are different types of cards out there, and they're not as mischievous as you might think. All right. Now, I will get back to you in just a few moments, Bob. Okay? Now, let's go over to this side of the room, and we've played already. What is your name?
Karen.
Karen, stand up, please. Karen, how come you look so familiar?
Fire department.
Fire department.
Oh, yeah.
You work over at Schuyler Hospital, do you?
Willard.
I almost died at Schuyler Hospital. I wasn't even sick. My wife visiting. Yeah. All right. Now, Karen, we've never met before. Just at the fire department. You were over at the fire show.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Karen, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to think back to grade school. Remember grade school? Okay. It was a time of invention and creativity and young love. Okay. There was that first boy. Do you remember him? Don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud. Okay, remember that first boy? Okay. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to put that boy's name into your thoughts. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down what I think I see when you transfer those thoughts to me. Okay? Now, first of all, put the boy's name in your head. Okay? Take one finger, put it against your right temple. Take the other finger, put it against your left temple. Both at the same time. I need a full antenna. This is not cable. It's the St. James satellite. Write down boy's name here that I think I see. Very good. And I'll tell you what, Karen, we're going to make this even more interesting. I want you to think about the name of the school. Remember the name of the elementary school? Okay, very good. Just put that in. And would you do me a favor? Take your glasses off. I have a hard time reading minds through glass. All right. So that we can compare notes when we're done, I wrote down what I think I saw up there. Okay. What was the name of the boy?
Brian.
Brian. As B-R-I-A?
Aiden.
Okay. And then Brian. Life of Brian. And what school were you going to at the time, Karen?
Immaculate Conception School.
An immaculate concept, huh? Thanks, Karen. Let me have a seat. We'll get back to you in a second. All right. Now, let's go back to the back table back there. Gentleman in the gray sweater. What is your name?
Dan.
How you doing there, Dan?
Good, how you doing?
Dan, did you drive here tonight?
Yes.
Do you have your driver's license on you?
Yes, I do.
Go into your wallet and get it out. All right.
Well, you lost me a long time ago.
It's a New York driver's license, I assume?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of people that, get out-of-state driver's licenses. Quite frankly, I've told my son, come up to New York, get a license up here. Insurance is like $1,000 cheaper. My insurance in Jersey when I moved here was $2,200 a year. I moved to New York, the worst sense, my insurance is $200 a year.
That's the only one.
I want to see
About that, you're right, that's about the only thing. That's like after getting my hair cut by the local barber in town, I finally went back to my hairstylist down in Collingswood, New Jersey. She said, who the hell took a chainsaw to your hair? The funny part about it, the guy's from Philadelphia, he's an old city councilman from Philadelphia, came down here and became a barber. I'm surprised it's just a chainsaw. All right. All right, now, do you have the numbers there in your head? Okay, how many numbers are on a New York driver's license?
Pardon me?
How many numbers are on a New York driver's license?
Again. 9.
9? 9? Okay, I want you to think of the first 3, please. Okay? And then look at me. You're going to have to look at me.
Why is it?
Oh.